full disclosure, I was meant to be recording another video today, and that was a video that I had actually been scheduled to record multiple times over the last few weeks. And I couldn't understand why I was procrastinating, because I've been creating material for years and I really believe that I have some very useful information to share with people to help make their lives better. But the menopause has given me many gifts and robbed me of many things. And I'm sure at least some of these will resonate with you. So a dry mouth is one thing that I've been gifted with, and that's made me a lot more self-conscious about recording videos, and it's why I chew gum now when I'm recording, because it's the only way that I can minimise the effect of a dry mouth. Also, my short-term memory has turned to mush, so I need notes, which I didn't used to. But if I want to keep on track and if I want to say what I intended to say, I need my notes. It also means that I have to record in shorter bursts and then stitch the video together. I need my glasses more than I used to, so whilst I don't like them while I'm recording because the box light reflects off my glasses, I do sometimes need them to read my notes. So it's a complete pickle. But I know I'm not the only one facing this, and I want to share with you some of the ways I've been able to reframe what has happened to me and what I need now as a menopausal woman, in the hope that it helps just a few people out there in our YouTube community. I would say that the majority of women pre-menopausal or post-menopausal are suffering from symptoms that are impacting their life in some way. But it's not something that we talk about a lot, and I think so many of us still feel this drive to appear that we are in control, on top of things, this image of perfection that we're striving for, that we're actually making it harder for ourselves to accept that, yeah, this is happening to us. And I'm going to have a quick run through a checklist of very common symptoms that most of us, let's say, would experience. And already I've lost my train of thought, you see. And normally I would cut this, I would re-record, but actually I'm just going to carry on. And if I'm delivering a webinar or some sort of presentation and this happens to me, I just make a joke and talk about falling into my own black hole. I give myself a moment to recalibrate and then I get back on track, or I will say something like, I'll come back to that point later, it will come back to me. So I think that's the first thing for us to give ourselves permission to do, and that's to use humour, not to think that we have failed if some symptom pops up and gets in our way. So give yourself permission to make light of it, and the more of us who do this, the easier it will become to accept that this is just part of it, and we don't have to pretend that we're not having any symptoms, that it's not impacting on us in any way. So back to the classic symptoms, the most the biggest impacts that the menopause can have on us. So without a doubt it affects our cognitive functions, and I'm referring to my notes here so that I don't lose my my train of thought. And this means it causes brain fog, memory issues, especially short-term memory, and verbal recall. We might struggle to find the right word far more so than we have done earlier on in life. The hormonal shifts associated with the menopause can lower confidence because of these things that are impacting on our ability to do stuff as we used to do them. We immediately frame that as a failure of some sort, but I'm going to help you reframe that, because it's really important not to feel that we are failing. This is biology coupled with those decades of being trained to aim for perfectionism. So our self-confidence is lowered, our self-criticism tends to go up, and then coupled with that we have body image worries. Of course, menopause, generally speaking, means we are aging, so there are physical impacts on how we look, and I've definitely got a lot more critical about how I look in videos than I was before. But I have a mantra, and this helps me keep focused on the purpose of my work. And you can do it whatever your purpose is, whether you are in paid employment, whether you also run your own business, or whether you are a stay-at-home mum or grandma, or whatever you're doing, to remember your purpose. And that is important. You are not defined by the hormonal changes and the biological changes that are taking place in your body. And I'll share that mantra with you in a moment, in the hope that it helps you too. Creating a mantra for yourself can be really grounding and can just bring you back into the moment if you start spiraling about what's going on for you, or focusing on what you can't do. So my mantra is, my voice matters more than my perfection. Someone needs to hear this. And you could use that as a template, but change the words to suit whatever it is you do. So my kindness matters more than my perfection, or my ability to help people matters more than my perfection, or whatever it might be. But if you want, press pause on this video and note down a mantra that you are going to say to yourself at least once a day, or before you do something, whether that's a presentation or making a phone call, that something that normally saps your confidence. And that's what I want you to take away from this video. First of all, you're not alone if you're experiencing adverse symptoms that have been really tripping you up. And secondly, to give yourself permission to create tools that work for you in the here and now, and not apologise for it. I do think that's another thing that we need to draw our own attention to. We are older, we are wiser, and we don't have the same need to impress people that we maybe felt earlier on in our life. So take that for what it is and allow it to help you feel free and liberated, and enjoy that freedom that you've now got. So here are some reminders of things you can do, some micro steps you can take that will help you take back your confidence, especially in the areas that menopause has given the illusion of taking it away. It hasn't. Your confidence is still there. It's just got a bit buried under all the other stuff going on. So whether you are making a phone call, giving a presentation, recording a video, if you need notes, use them, and use them proudly. They will help you do a better job, and that's okay. If, like me, you make videos, record in shorter bursts and then use transitions to stick them together. the impact of your words, of your message, is still going to get across. So that's okay. It's all about giving yourself permission. Something totally unrelated to that, treat yourself with kindness and respect. So that means upping your self-care, and it can be something simple like the next time you get a coffee and they offer you the special blend of the day, and normally you'd say, oh no, that's okay, get that upgrade. Wherever you can, take even a small upgrade, just to remind yourself that you are worth it. You don't have to spend hundreds of pounds or dollars on a spa day or a weekend away. You can do it in micro steps, just reminding yourself that you deserve to be looked after. You deserve to be treated from time to time. You deserve to be treated with respect all the time. And with that in mind, just practice sitting up straighter in your chair, walking a little straighter. It will make you feel taller. Make sure your head is high, your shoulders are down, and smile. Smile to yourself. Feel proud of all that wisdom, all that life experience that you have, that you are able to share with other people when the time comes. And use whatever. I'm looking at my list again, and again, I have to say, I would have stopped this and re-recorded, but I'm not doing this. This is a raw video experience today, and I hope it lands with the intention that it is made, it is filmed. So use whatever practical tips, whatever practical hacks you need, whether that's chewing gum, sipping water, having a fan on your desk, opening the window, or requesting that the aircon be changed. Because one thing I haven't mentioned, of course, is the hot flushes or flashes, as you say in the States, which is something that has been impacting me for years now, and they tend to come on at the most inappropriate, awkward moments. So let's be honest about this. Let's just tell people what we need and not apologise for it. So I'm sharing all this stuff because I want you to take back your power, just as I am reclaiming my power by recording this. I have a free PDF book. This is the paperback version available on Amazon, but I have a free PDF that I would love to share with you, and I will pop the link down below. So do grab that. There are 10 very short chapters with an exercise in each chapter of ways you can reclaim your confidence, not just in the short term, but moving forward. And I would love to hear from you. What are your menopausal symptoms that have been tripping you up? Share any tips or hacks, and we could really start a movement here, an honest, raw movement. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will speak to you very soon. I'm not going to procrastinate anymore. Bye for now.